us because Mount Bental provided a kind of shield and cover for us. On Saturday, October 6, 1973, during Yom Kippur, dozens of Syrian combat planes crossed the border and began dropping bombs on Bental and Mount Avital nearby. Along with an airborne attack, the Syrians waged an artillery attack on the whole region. It took us several seconds to realize and react to what was going on. It was a terrifying time, something that words cannot describe. We were informed that by 2 o'clock that afternoon, buses would come to evacuate the women and children to Kibbutz Beit HaShita. After 3 weeks away from our homes, we were able to return. We got off the buses and began dancing. The excitement, it was overwhelming. Through the years, the kibbutz has dealt with harsh climate conditions, mainly during the winter. In winter of 1992, after a series of severe storms, the roof over the swimming pool collapsed, and the dam of the water reservoir caved in from the water pressure and high wind. Today, there are 500 members living in the kibbutz. Its economy is based on a quarry that mines volcanic rock, an electric motor industry, orchards, cattle, and tourism. Just recently, the kibbutz built a new neighborhood inside their oak forest for families who want to live on the kibbutz without becoming members. Beyond the kibbutz is the regional fruit packing house called Perot Golan. The plant receives 20,000 tons of fruits yearly from orchards all over the Golan. It is by far the most advanced packing house in Israel, and we highly recommend a visit there. Just to the right of the kibbutz, you can see a water reservoir. This reservoir is one of a series of reservoirs built at various sites on the Golan in order to catch rainfall and surface runoff from local streams. This water is used for agriculture and has enabled the development of successful orchards here on the Golan. Beyond the reservoir is a large region full of orchards. This is the Valley of Tears, the scene of one of the most courageous and bitter battles that Israel has ever faced. During the Yom Kippur War in 1973, the Syrian army launched a surprise attack against Israel. Only a small number of Israeli forces were deployed on the Golan at that time. For 4 days, the armored forces of the Israeli army led a defiant battle. In the end, the valley was full of burnt Syrian and Israeli tanks, and many soldiers lay wounded and dead. But the Syrian onslaught had been stopped. The story of the battle can be heard at an audio explanation station located at the memorial site in the valley and at the audiovisual presentation at Kibbutz El Rom. Today, the valley is full of successful orchards and vineyards, turning the Valley of Tears into a valley of blessings. Over the valley rises Mount Hermon. It is the highest peak in Israel, standing at a height of over 2,000 meters. At the top, Israeli intelligence has placed an outpost with the nickname, the Eyes of the State. 4 Druze villages can be seen scattered below the slopes of Mount Hermon. These villages existed here before Israel took control of the region. The Druze preferred to remain on the Golan after the Syrians left in 1967, and since then have integrated into Israeli life. Looking straight ahead to the west, you can see the open fields of the Golan sloping down to the Hula Valley. In this valley, the town of Kiryat Shmona can be seen. Above the valley rises the Ramin Ridge, where the border between Israel and Lebanon lies. Don't miss a visit to Kibbutz Marom Golan, where you can enjoy their quality meat restaurant, horseback riding, a heated swimming pool, and a country-style guest house. Together, we will keep the Golan clean. The residents of the Golan wish you a pleasant visit.